In a couple of minutes, we are going to hear from a couple of our sisters that are going to talk about their Tri Sigma story and why they give back to Tri Sigma and why they are philanthropists. But I also wanted to share my story and why I give my time, talent, and treasure to the Tri Sigma Foundation. Many of you know me, many of you have heard this before, but Tri Sigma has given so much to me and continues to give to me every single day. But I think it's really important that I give back to Tri Sigma. I want other women to have the same experiences and training and opportunities that I had. So I think it's very, very important that I mentor and lead and show them the way, both in how I give and in my time and in the gifts that I can give. So I have given to Tri Sigma for a long time. I am part of the Silver Society. It has been more than 25 years for me. I actually was the very first pillar of Sigma. The program was started in 2004 at convention. Our chairman at that time was Susie Kuhn, and she pulled me aside and we were talking about a variety of things. And she said, we're going to start this new program and I really want you to be part of it. And I pulled out my checkbook and wrote her a check. And it's kind of been that. Her words to me got me to where I said I need to give, and I continue doing that. And I take that responsibility very, very carefully and want my words to encourage others to give. So through my gifts, I can help others have leadership development with scholarships. Those of you, Suzanne and Anna from the Northern Virginia chapter, know that we did a scholarship through Northern Virginia through fundraising, and we wanted to give something back to our sisters. And through the time that I give, I help others with what they're giving to Tri Sigma. So that's my story and why I give. I'm looking forward to hearing from Renee and Joanne as they share their stories and why it's important for them to give. So with that, Chris, I'll hand it back over to you.
Thank you, Jean Marie. I didn't know that story, that you were the first pillar of Sigma. So now I'm super glad that you were on the call tonight because so thank you for sharing that story. That's awesome. I now want to introduce, and I'm just going to briefly introduce them, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tonight we have Renee Chris and Joanne Davis with us, and they're going to share their stories and why they choose to give back at the Pillars level. Renee, would you like to start?
Sure, thank you. Hi, everybody. It's nice to see some familiar faces and recognize some names. So it's great to see everybody tonight, and thank you for coming. My name is Renee Chris, and I am an Iota Alpha. For those of you who don't know, that means I'm an alumni initiate, and I am a member of the Chicago North Shore Alumni Chapter. I live and work downtown here in Chicago, and I actually am employed with JPMorgan Chase. So the foundation. The foundation really means so much to me. I have a script in front of me, but you know, I don't think I could ever really express the gratitude I have for the Tri Sigma Foundation and what it's done for me. And to pretty much sum it up, you know, we say to give much is to receive much. I truly believe that, and I will do my part to give back to the foundation that has already given me so much. I make it a priority to make regular donations so current and future sisters can reap the rewards and benefits that I have. Some of the benefits that I've seen are on my alumni chapter and personal level. On my alumni chapter level, our alumni chapter has been awarded several grants for our, we work with a hospital, Evanston North Shore Hospital, and throughout the years, and I joined that chapter in 2012. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but throughout the years, our chapter has received several chapter grants. So we are extremely fortunate to have such a great relationship with Evanston North Shore Hospital and to be able to present them with grants. Also, we have our partnership with the March of Dimes. And I just, you know, we work with the March of Dimes, and I really believe in their mission. Even though I'm not a mother myself, I truly believe in the mission of the March of Dimes. So I was so proud to know that Tri Sigma partnered with the March of Dimes, the foundation. and, willing to do whatever we need to do to help the March of Dimes. Now, some of the benefits I have seen personally is I have served as a group leader and a mentor at several foundation conferences. I was never able to go, because I wasn't a collegiate member, I was never able to go to Dunham as a collegian or, Officer Academy, now President's Academy. I was never given those opportunities because I wasn't in Tri Sigma. So when I joined, I'm like, I'm all in, I'm going to do this. So I would apply to be a mentor or facilitator. And, I was very lucky to get picked, to mentor at some of these events. And it was just an amazing just experience. And as a mentor and a leader, I took as much as my collegiate women did. I mean, I learned so much that has helped me professionally simply just by, volunteering at these events. Now, I bring this up because those events are funded by the foundation. As a volunteer, my travel was paid for, my food was paid for, and my housing was paid for. And in most cases, from what I understand, the collegiates were too. So those are just experiences that I really hope that all women can, whether it be on the collegiate level or as a volunteer, as an alum, it's a great way to get involved when, hopefully when COVID's over, they'll come back, which is why, I do still keep donating because I want this, to come back. The biggest reason, and Chris Smith-Heisler knows what I'm going to say, the biggest reason I give back to the foundation is because of the Labyrinth leadership experience. That experience changed my life. I cannot begin to tell you how grateful I am for that experience. It made me a better person, a better leader, and a better Sigma. And after that experience, that is when I made the decision to be all in with Tri Sigma and to be all in with the foundation. So that's what really kind of was the catalyst for me to kind of get my finances organized and what can I do to regularly donate to the foundation. So how do I manage my giving? Well, first of all, I started off by being a monthly donor, which is the Steadfast Giving Club. And my suggestion to get started is no amount is too small. If you can only afford to do X amount a month, do X amount a month. And when your finances allow or your situation, increase the donation. I have found that working with the foundation, they are extremely flexible and extremely grateful for whatever you can donate. I bring up the example of last year with COVID. I had some uncertainty with my job. So I reached out to the foundation and said, do you mind if I scale back my donations? Because I don't know what's going to happen. And they were extremely, flexible and it wasn't a problem. Well, I am very lucky. It worked out where everything was fine with my job. And as soon as that got sorted, I increased my donations again. So we're back on track. The other thing is that you can do foundation Facebook fundraisers. Part of my time on Facebook, I did 2 foundation fundraisers. And the thing about Facebook is they make it, I don't know how it was back in the day, but when I did the 2 foundation fundraisers, they were super easy. I mean, the money, they make it so easy where they have a relationship with the Sigma Foundation. So any money made through Facebook goes directly, they don't have to send money to me. It goes straight to the Facebook or goes straight to the foundation, which was perfect. I've had 2 so far. My last foundation fundraiser, I did them on my birthday months in August. My first one, I think I raised around $250. My second one in 2019, in 2 days, I raised $1,200. And that was because I know amazing Sigmas and I have amazing friends and family that wanted to, they knew what this foundation meant to me. So my friends and family just rocked it. And those 2 days in August of 2019, I can't think about because I start to cry because I was so just touched by the people who wanted to support me and to support the foundation. Finally, what I personally do is I kind of put money aside to kind of make a bigger donation for Founders Day or Giving Day. And that's where I kind of make personally, I make my larger donations, but I tell people do what you can afford. For me, it was a little easier in the last year because I didn't really have a life in 2020. So, and I was happy to do it. Honestly, I was more than happy, to support. My biggest fear, one of my fears was what happens to the foundation, during a year like COVID, because who's going to fundraise, the collegians, everybody was kind of, we were all thrown for a loop. So I was, fortunate enough to be in a position where I had some extra, money lying around because I wasn't traveling, and I, made my foundation donations to the Giving Day, my bigger foundation. So that's how I, became a pillar. And this year I plan on doing the same thing. I recently increased my monthly giving again, and I'm just kind of saving my money to make that larger donation around Founders Day and Giving Day. So, and finally, I am a member of the Heritage Society. I do find it very important to leave Tri Sigma in my plans. So I worked with Chris Smith Heisler, and I did what we had our discussions and made sure that Tri Sigma will be in my plan giving. So pretty much, if you know me well, you know how much Tri Sigma means to me. And I truly believe that it has changed my life at such a pivotal time for the better. So I want to do my part to leave a legacy, to have future sisters benefit, but also, the sisters that haven't gone through Labyrinth or, haven't gotten an opportunity to do leadership programs. A lot of our programs have gone virtual, and that's awesome because we're still producing content. And I think that's really important. So I will do whatever I can to share my love of Tri Sigma and the foundation. And that is why I am a donor. So thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you very much. I love you are all in. That was a good statement, right? When I think of you as all in. So thank you. Joanne.
Well, it's going to be hard to follow those two. My claim to fame for the foundation, though, is that I was the first one to set us up with Amazon Smile. Maybe just because I'm a big Amazon user. And the first time I wanted to give to the foundation, we weren't set up. So I, had to put all the information in. So, so that's one thing I did. And I'm Joanne Stoller Davis. I'm a Beta Gamma. I was initiated 55 years ago at Ball State University. Tri Sigma provided me with sisters and friends and a sister-in-law. I'm not one of those popular girls who makes friends easily. Being a Sigma made it easier to find and keep friends, many of whom I'm in touch with today. The Indianapolis alumni chapter had hosted a holiday party every year for the Ball State Sigmas at Sandy Thayer's house. And this was back in the 60s. So I always expected to be active in the alumni chapter. When I got transferred to Chicago in 1975, I went to the Triangle and immediately joined the Chicago Northwest Suburban chapter. When I went to convention in Orlando, I met the Fort Myers chapter and joined that chapter in 2014 when I started my snowbird phase. I also found the Sarasota chapter. 2 years ago, I moved my summer residence back to Indianapolis and now belong to 4 alumni chapters. Plus, I do participate. I'm doing the book club with Renee's chapter. Sometimes it's coming up real soon. For me, it's all about belonging, not just giving. Tri Sigma is a family to me. And when I give, I can see how my gifts are allowing programs to flourish, sisters to get scholarships, and Tri Sigma to grow. I also like being recognized for giving, so I guess I'm a little bit shallow. I like special lunches, receptions, bracelets, the charms that we get every year, Giving Day chapter challenges. Beta Gamma won the Giving Day challenge this year. Because of my advanced age, I can give part of my IRA's required minimum distribution each year. Now that makes it so I can't do a monthly. my IRA is at Interactive Brokers. And if anyone has ever tried to do a charitable contribution through Interactive Brokers, it takes 2 months and it is painful. So I start in early February to get my challenge donation paid to the foundation. But that lets me save on taxes and help Tri Sigma at the same time. So for anybody that's over 70 and not already doing this, you might want to talk to your tax professional. And thanks for listening.